See, I knew this was gonna happen. So no, I'm not muted. Happy New Year, everyone. I updated my mixer software, but there's a bug. So I have the game audio on one device, one virtual device, but I had to put it on the system device. So you might end up hearing my like my computer's beeps and boops. You might hear like when I get a new email and stuff. I apologize for that. Not my fault. But good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Mid-Atlantic Modeling League's Dungeonbowl. We are at the end of week number 7 tonight. 2 more weeks after this game before the final cut to top 8 in the regular season here. And tonight we're going to have a very interesting matchup to close out the week, I think. Tonight we're going to have the Houndsmouth Huntresses versus, in my opinion, the GOAT, Houndot versus Electrics Man. You probably heard that beep. Amazons versus Skaven. Let's take a look at the standings before we take a look at the two teams. Yeah, like when I put Blood Bowl 3 in on its own device, it like the audio gets all messed up. I'm on the beta version of the software though, so I don't know. Anyway, in Division A, currently in first place is Clypheus' Odin and Snuffle. They're a Norse team. They're 5-1-1. In second place are the Orcs of the Gunnerballs, coached by El Nubarino. They are 4-3-0. And the NC Snakes in third, that's Moob's Dark Elf team. They are 4-2-1. Over in Division B, in first place are the Believe Broncos, coached by BB Nut. They're a Nurgle team. They're 5-1-1. In second place is Technobabble Inc. That's my human team. They're 4-2-1. And in third place, the Goodest Boys Strike Back. That's Old Gamer Mike's team. That's a Necro team. They're 4-0-3. This final game here in week 7 in Division B. And over in Division C, in first place, Philosopher's Song, coached by Spire. Yeah, PB Nuts says, have you got a nosebleed? I'll talk about that in a second, too. You're not far off. It's Philosopher's Song, coached by Spire. I didn't realize it would be noticeable. That's a Lizard team there, 6-1-0, followed by the Disco Mancers, coached by Ian. They're a Necro team, they're 6-0-1, and MAML Nightmares in third place. That's Festic's Necro team. They're 4-2-1. How? Really? Isn't that noticeable? All right, hold on. All right, how's that? How's that? Oh. So I actually had tissue shoved up my nose. And I was like, how did he figure it out? I don't understand how he could figure that out. All right, great. All right. The home team this evening will be the Houndsmouth Huntresses. Oh boy, it's my 14 years of medical training. That's right. I was like, wow, that's amazing. What? How did he figure that out? All right. The home team this evening are the Amazons. Just 9 on the roster. All will be starting this evening. 2 journeymen have to be picked up for $70K a pop. That's going to bring their TV to 1,120,000 gold. They've got 2 of the blockers on the roster. Those are the strength 4 players. They have 2 of the blitzers. They have a thrower and a bunch of line women as well. 1 apothecary, 4 dedicated fans, 3 rerolls. They're going to be up against, in my opinion, the GOAT. This is Electric Man's Skaven team. 10 on the roster, 2 out with an injury this week. They're going to have to pick up 3 journeymen. That's going to bring their TV up to 1,030,000 gold. That's 90,000 gold in petty cash going to the Skaven team tonight. I don't know what to do with 90K, but we'll talk about that for about a minute or so toward the end of the pregame here. All 4 gutter runners on this roster, 2 blitzers, and a bunch of line our clan rats as well. Again, 3 have to be journeymen, 1 apothecary, 2 dedicated fans, 3 rerolls. How these dudes keep? Oh, it looked like Houndot wanted to collaborate. Sorry that I missed that. I don't even know what that entails. My apologies, but I'll look into that for the future. I'm totally prepared in 2026. All right, the home team up. Actually, let's talk about the away team first. In my opinion, the GOAT are a Skaven team. Very, very fast team with 4 gutter runners and an MA of 9. Everybody else is an MA of 7. Incredibly fast. The gutter runners, of course, also add to 2. Plus, they all come with dodge. Michael Jordan is a blodger as well. They do have Muhammad Ali, the blitzer, with mighty blow and tackle that will be important in tonight's matchup, as will Mike Tyson. New Year, that's right. But they have to really lean into their speed in this matchup tonight. I don't see any way out of this. They're going to be up against this Amazon team that does have a lot of dodge, but they are going to be the Amazon team is going to be the bashy team in tonight's matchup. In my opinion, the GOAT on defense, they just want to hold. They want to kind of stay away from that offense, hold them to a blitz a turn, just kind of stay in front of them, and really keep their players alive. I think Electrics, man, if they win the coin toss tonight, I think they really, really, really want to consider being on defense to start to guarantee they have all 11, because they are going to lose players tonight. They do have a couple of players with block. They do have a mighty blow player as well in Muhammad Ali. Tackle, of course, huge against an Amazon team. Muhammad Ali going to be putting in a lot of work tonight, but that means Muhammad Ali, along with those 4 gutter runners, are going to have targets on their backs for these Amazons. These Amazons, they are very dodgy, but they're going to be a squarely bashy team, particularly in this matchup. They have a couple of players here in the Jaguar Warriors with a strength of 4. That's great. They have a number of line women who are blodgers. They have block. That's great as well. And then they have these Piranha Warriors. The Piranha Warriors here have jump up so they can get to where they need to be, even if they're knocked down. And importantly, they have hit and run. Hit and run is going to be very, very useful in tonight's game, because the Skaven offense, they're going to be looking to open up lanes and then shoot those incredibly fast gutter runners through those open lanes. This is a way that the Houndsmouth Huntresses could shut those lanes down. Hit and run, they could go in for the hit, and then they can move forward, provided that the space they want to move to is open, meaning they're not marking anyone, or they can even go in for a hit and retreat and keep the gap closed. This movement ability, having this free point of movement, any movement against a Skaven team, very, very strong, right? Because they're very fast. They have a lot of MA. They have a lot of agility. If they open up a lane against most teams, they're gone. It's hard to stop them. On defense as well, the Houndsmouth Huntresses need to be very, very careful. I think these blitzers are probably going to be in outer linebacker positions, because those the gutter runners are going to be coming for that ball carrier, especially if there's a blitz. The Houndsmouth Huntresses have to be very, very mindful of the blitz on the kickoff, and stop the score here, or stop these gutter runners from swarming the ball. These Piranha Warriors can help do that. I see I'm already late, so I'm going to stop blabbing right now. But it's going to be bashy team versus a very high-speed agility team. This game music is so loud in my headphones. It's so incredibly loud. I can't change the game volume. I mean, I can change the game volume, but I think it's going to change it for you too. Let's see. Yeah, it changes it for you too. So I can't do that. Oh no. That is sweltering heat to get this game started. 2026 begins with a very, very hot day. In my opinion, the GOAT wins the coin toss. They're going to choose to be on defense, ensuring they have the strongest defense they're going to have probably all game long here tonight. Sweltering heat now a factor in the game as well. Up to 3 players from both teams will be out with heat stroke every single drive after this first one, unless, of course, the weather changes before then. BB Nut asks, who's better, block Amazon lineman BB Nut or gutter runner BB Nut? With your play style, I'm going to say block Amazon line woman. That's what I'm going to say. Welcome out to the stream. Happy New Year to everyone. It's a brand new year, 2026. Make it a good one. We, of course, will try to do so as well. Very much, very excited for what the new year is going to bring. Not just with the BB 2025 rule set coming to Blood Bowl 3, but also in life in general. You know, there's always bad stuff in life, but there's also always good stuff, and I'm looking forward to the good stuff. So I think we're going to be okay. We don't need to go red versus blue here. I mean, rats don't look like Amazons. BB Nut said, I had the hips to be an Amazon line woman. Mr. Rocker Crocker says, how do the Amazons have Bomber? Yeah, so they had 90K in petty cash. It looks like something changed just before the game started. They were down to 50K. They spent that 50K to pick up Bomber Dribblesnot here. They're going to be on offense. So picking up Bomber does change the coin flip equation a little bit. By picking up Bomber, they can by picking up Bomber, they're incentivized to be on offense, right? So that they can control the momentum and keep Bomber out for as long as possible. Instead, they're going to start on defense to ensure their defense is as strong as possible. But this means if these Amazons break away and score, they're going to try to score early to get Bomber Dribblesnot off the pitch. Something's up here with the Huntresses. The Huntresses might not realize that they're on offense. You see this anchor defensive formation they have here. Need to put 3 on the line. C says Dottie's having some PC issues. Fair enough. Yeah, and my apologies to Houndot. I saw the alert for collaboration, but I don't know the first thing about it. And as we can see, I'm already having enough trouble. So I will make sure I'm prepared for that next time. My apologies. Huntresses now on the bonus clock here, setting up their formation after a little bit of computer trouble. 2 in either wide zone, 4 on the line. The thrower back to receive. Covering the wide zones a little bit here. If there's a blitz, we'll see if this Skaven team gets aggressive or not. It's going to depend on where the ball's kicked. Here's the kick by Bomber Dribblesnot himself. Deep kick down to the 20-yard line. Catcher's going to get... Wow! Catcher's going to get the ball on the kickoff. And the weather has changed to perfect conditions for a Blood Bowl here in 2026. First block of the new year is going to be an armor break. And that's a knockout. Well done. 1-man player advantage knocking out Pele. Oh, no! No! Bomber Dribblesnot injured on block number 2. 50K gone. 2-man player advantage for the Huntresses. BB Nut says, when I tried to collab with Houndot, it didn't work well, and I didn't have tissues on my nose. Gotta get your money's worth out of Bomber, and then Bomber's removed. That's right, BB Nut himself killed Bomber Dribblesnot. Injured Bomber Dribblesnot. BB Nut says sweaty heat for 5 minutes, must be playing in the UK. C says, I don't know about that, didn't change to snow. Two-die block against Slays here, the journeyman, the right defensive end here. Gets a push out of this. Ball's advanced up to the 10-yard line. Now the final block on the line is going to be a push over on the left side here. Sassafras against Brexis, I guess. The number 10 journeyman. Turn 1 now, back to the Skaven. Oh, predictions. Yeah, let me do that. There we go. We'll run the bidding for 5 minutes. That should put us on track for when bids tend to end, or typically end, I should say. C says, I'm guessing I made some particularly poor prediction guesses recently. Fiendish Fairy, welcome to the stream. Fiendish Fairy says, have you been gambling them all away? It's a new year. Don't gamble away your money. 2-die blitz by Muhammad Ali. We'll get the knockdown here on Borak the Journeyman. There's the removal. Well done. Now down to a one-man player advantage for the Amazonians. Muhammad Ali, a crucial player in tonight's matchup. Tried to dodge away Muhammad Ali on the 3+, failed the dodge. And now, turn 2, back to the Houndsmouth Huntresses. Team re-roll into double pals against Tiger Woods. Breaks armor. My goodness. 4 removals at the top of turn 2. It's back up to a 2-man player advantage. 2-woman player advantage here for the Amazons. Why can I not hear? Oh. Oh wait, I think I've remember. There was a. Can't remember how I solved this problem before. Oh, my audio is all messed up. That's okay. That's okay. We'll figure it out this weekend. Two-die blitz over in the right wide zone's a pal against Slassier, the number 11 journeyman, looking for an 8+ to break armor. Very brittle teams, these two, with an armor value, an average armor value. Let's call that a mode armor value of 8+. Ball advances up to the 2-yard line here for the Huntresses, just outside the right wide zone. I think I might go back to the old version of the software, because that just works. So the problem was, I was on a version of the Mixer software that worked fine, but then they had an update that messed everything up. And then I saw they had a brand new beta version, and I was like, oh, I'll try that. And that worked fine until 20 minutes ago. So I might just go back to the version that works. Good foul attempt here against Muhammad Ali, recognizing just how important that blitzer is to this Skaven team. Turn 2, back to, in my opinion, the GOAT. I think the Zods are not in the mode to have their armor broken. Minute 30 left on the clock here on the bottom of turn 2. All 4 of those gutter runners playing pretty close to the line of scrimmage. Did I say all 3? Because I meant all 4. BB says, I have 102K, need something to spend it on. Aviator2 needs bigger rewards. Yeah, we as an reevaluate costs at the beginning of every season. So don't you worry, we'll take more of it from you. Two-die blitz here against GetBent009. It's going to get a push out of this into a chain block. I've been having a blast replaying Blood Omen, Legacy of Kain, but now I realize that there is a director's cut of Yakuza 0, 1, and 2 with like a updated PS5 Pro version of 3 coming in February. So I think I'm playing Yakuza 0 again for like the 4th time. BB Nut says, have you seen the hottest video in Blood Bowl right now? My video predicting the next 8 Blood Bowl tabletop teams Games Workshop's going to release. I will absolutely check it out for sure. You talk about second edition. Ah, that's awesome. Second edition, I still genuinely love the styrofoam boards in second edition with the end zone like acrylics. I don't know if it's actually acrylic, but the end zone plastic like things. Maybe not ask best second rule? Best second rule. Oh, you're asking me what I think the best second edition rule is? Two-die blitz against Pips. Pippy himself. Is that Pips Pippy? He looks a little furry to be Pips. He looks a little warm-blooded to be Pips Pippy. But what do I know? Oh, another foul. Muhammad Ali gets a stun out of this. Does not get called off the pitch. Where even is the ref? The ref just staring off at the Skaven cheerleaders. I don't even remember that. PvNet says in second edition, if a werewolf Kaz is a skeleton, it can't reach in as the wolf runs off with one of the bones. That's amazing. C says the ref managed to work out how to collaborate with Dottie. Turn 3 now for the Skaven team. Again, the Amazons, the bashier of the two in this matchup. Skaven team has to be a little careful giving up blocks. They're going to end up blocking Fiendish away here. And they're going to try to hold, I believe, they're going to try to hold this Amazon team to a blitz on turn 4. Yeah, I got to revert to the old software. The game is, so normally I would turn the volume down for the game in my headphones. It is so loud. It is so loud right now. This is my first real use of the new beta version of the software. I see why it's beta now. It's not quite ready for prime time. But I like what they're doing with the architecture. I won't get into the nerd stuff, but they're taking it in a good direction. Turn 4 now for the Huntresses as they have the ball on their own 2-yard line, well caged up. Success, like a true software developer, Ava's testing it in prod. That's right. That's right. You know how this works. Spends a reroll here on double skulls. Gets a knockdown on the number 7 Journeyman. Mr. Rocker Crocker says, are other people hearing game audio? I'm only wondering because I have other background noise, so it might not just be, or it might be just me. I see it coming through in, oh wait, no I don't. Hold on. All right. Yeah, I think you should be seeing it. Seeing it, hearing it. It's hearing it. Bottom of turn 4 here for, in my opinion, the GOAT. Muhammad Ali being kept stunned on the ground here by Houndot. I think that's very, very reasonable tactic. Keeping this blitzer out of the drive. This blitzer with mighty blow, block, and tackle can really put a hurt on this Amazon team. Yeah, let me know if you can't hear the game. It could be a volume issue. 2-die blitz against Chaos Swelly, the number 8 linewoman. Gets a dodge push out of this. Yeah, maybe that's better. Yeah, the audio is all messed up, sadly. Well, it's still the same volume for me. I changed it in OBS for you. But I don't know why, like, it shouldn't be different for you. Like, I don't know what's going on. In my opinion, the GOAT on the bonus clock now, down to 7 minutes, 6 seconds. Continuing to keep pressure on this team. Marking out the wide zone here, or not marking out, but covering the wide zone, covering that right sideline as well. Decent bit of coverage over on the left as well. Nowhere for this ball to really go. Well, actually there is. So Purple Rose, the thrower, could end up with a handoff to Fiendish, and then just take off down the left side of the pitch here. The problem with that is when you're up against a really, really fast team, the only way you can make something like this work out is if you keep the whole team contained. Powell and Pips Pippy looking for an 8+, doesn't get it. Yeah, so started up Yakuza 0 Director's Cut. Super stoked. I love the Yakuza series. So is shooting this ball off to the left side here, trying to keep this Skaven team contained. They're going to end up caging up the ball here because they have to worry about the gutter runners. The gutter runners are only a strength of 2, though, meaning against a strength of 3, they're going to need 2 assists for the 2-die block. Another thing strategically that I think Electric's Man hopefully is prepared for here is with MA9, they've got one-turn options. So we'll see if Electric's Man has any one-turn touchdown plays in their playbook. That's a way that they can really keep the pressure on in this game. If they're down a touchdown, say on turn 7 or turn 8, well, specifically on turn 8, they can end up tying this game, I don't want to say with ease, but a lot easier than a lot of other teams could. Another foul attempt coming up on Muhammad Ali. Finally, the ref gets in the game. Tries to argue with the ref. The ref says, no, get off of the field. Get off of my pitch. One-man player advantage now for the Huntresses, as they've been called off the pitch for repeatedly fouling Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali stands up, will be marking number 6 and number 8. So currently a 2-die block coming back against Muhammad Ali. BB.Nut asks, did you see Games Workshop is announcing a new Blood Bowl team on the 16th of January? I did not, but I am actually going to make a note of that. Like a brand new team? Oh, okay. So not necessarily like a brand new team, but like a team that doesn't exist in the new rule set yet. High Elves are the last team of legend, right? They're the last ones. Really depressed elves. You have to roll to see if they even take to the pitch. Every time they activate, you roll a d6 on a 1, they just lay down themselves. They're like, I can't do this. Oh, not to make fun of depression. Although I guess that's what I'm doing, but that's not my intention. My apologies. On a 1, they self-remove. Here comes the blitz. 2-die blitz on the front right corner of the cage. Got the POW against Mrs. Fez. Needs an 8+ to break armor. 8+, not a lot. There it is. Another removed Amazon. I think we're at one-man player advantage. No, we're all tied up on the pitch. 8v8 on the pitch now. Mr. Rocker Crocker says, I actually know nothing about Warhammer lore. I just know people say Cathay a lot. I don't know a whole lot about fantasy battles, or whatever we're calling that. The old world or fantasy battles. I don't know a whole lot about that. And I don't know a whole lot about Age of Sigmar either. I know a little bit. But I know a whole bunch of 40K and 30K. Not that I wouldn't be into the old world or Age of Sigmar, but I can't be into all of them. T-Nut block against Pips Pippi. Again, a pal here. BB Nut trying to take Pips Pippi out of the game. Gets a stun. Someone told me the 3 Total War Warhammer games follow one big narrative. And if that's the case, I want to play them all again. I played the first 2, and I don't really remember there being a strong connection between those 2 games. But if they are connected, I'd love to play them all again. T-Nut block gets Mike Tyson here by the ball carrier. Gets a push. After 8, oh, high elves. Grave mistake. Welcome to the stream. Grave mistake says, I hope we get Squigs next after HE, that is. And all I could think of is like, what is HE high explosives? What's HE? High elves. That's what it is. BB Nut says, Warhammer Total War 3's campaign sucks. Really? Why is that? I never played it. I'm pretty sure I own it, but I never played it. Oh, that's right! Mortal Empires! I remember that! I never played it, but I remember that sounding really cool. So Mortal Empires, correct me if I'm wrong, that's just like paint the map, right? Like you can turn the chaos thing off and just try to conquer the world, right? Minute 25 on the clock here in turn 6, as in my opinion, the GOAT tries to stay in front of this offense. This Amazon team playing very bashy. Again, they are the bashy team in this matchup. They're playing a very orcish style game here. Going in for marks, taking the blocks, keeping this cage nice and tight, and moving that ball down pitch with a very solid running game as they continue to remove players. But they've lost a number of players of their own as well in doing so. We'll see if this pays off for them here with 3 turns remaining in the half. Oh, you can win the campaign, really? That's all right. I'm gonna check that out. So, do you need to have all 3 installed to do it, or do you just need to like have a license for all 3? Because that sounds great. That sounds amazing to me. If you have all 3 games installed, you get all the factions you own. So they have to be installed? Oh. Okay, so if I have all 3 games in my Steam account, I get to play it with just installing Total War 3 or Warhammer Total War 3. 1 die block against Get Bent. Gets the knockdown here with the... Wow, 1 die Journeyman block here works out. Oh, it's a dodge push. It's Amazons. It's a dodge push. And now mark on the ball carrier. Very thin defensive formation ahead of this cage. 6:05 left on the bonus clock here for, in my opinion, the GOAT. 1 die blocked by Mike Tyson against BB Nut. BB Nut a blodger. Mike Tyson thinks he can bring his boxing skills into this match against BB Nut. No way. No way. Haven't you heard? BB Nut has 14 years of healthcare experience. Do you understand? Who do you think you are? Yeah. Yeah, that did nothing, Mike Tyson. You can wave that blade around all you want. It did nothing. Mike who? Sophiana. Oh, double skulls here on the uphill block. Spends a reroll on the uphill block, and that works out into a dodge push. Wow, Michael Jordan on the block. Mike Tyson couldn't even beat up a YouTuber. Michael Jordan on the uphill block stays alive and gets a push. Under 5 minutes to go now on the bonus clock for, in my opinion, the GOAT. Here's the blitz on the ball carrier. And now another uphill blitz. This time it's going to be a dodge push. No fear by Wayne Gretzky. Sophiana praying to Nuffle. Oh, I remember what I had to do to fix it. So I'm assuming you can hear the sound alerts. I can't, but I think I remember why. I'll have to figure it out later. You miss every uphill blitz you don't take. Turn 7 down for the Huntresses. They've got some options here, mostly on the left side. They could swing far out to the left. They could swing right up the middle here as well. It doesn't really matter, just so long as they keep this cage going. 3-die blitz against BB Nut. The gutter runner playing both sides of this match. He's going to get knocked down. 8+ is going to break armor. Just can't break BB Nut's armor. Doesn't matter which side of the field he's playing on. BBNS's fun Wayne Gretzky stat. Gretzky is the fastest player to 1,000 points. The second fastest was Gretzky getting his next 1,000 points. That's actually a really fun trivia stat. That's cool. I don't know too much about hockey. I mean, I know how to play hockey. All right, I think I've said this before. I'll say it again just because it's needed for context. I think sports video games are just RPGs for jocks. Like Madden is skull over on the right side here. Trying to go after Muhammad Ali. Again, not a bad decision. I like Madden is right. You are a party of players and you are going up against armies of bad guys to gain the ultimate treasure at the end of a campaign, and you're leveling up your players over the course of the campaign, right? So with that understanding, I really like sports games. I don't follow professional sports because I don't like them, except for Kabaddi. But I really like sports games. So that, with that understanding, I'm very well versed on the rules of professional sports. But I don't know anything about players or teams or any of that stuff. Bar that Indian League. Yeah, that Pro Kabaddi League. Yeah. That's right, we're playing a high fantasy classic RPG. That's right. 45 seconds to go here for, in my opinion, the GOAT as they try to stop the score. Kind of hard to do being down a number of players. They can do it. The way they'd have to do it, and it's super duper risky to do, they've got to cover this, and then they've got to apply pressure on this side. But that means that they're inevitably going to put some players in harm's way. Otherwise, they're going to have to pray to Nuffle here to stop this score. Well, actually, I take that back. The Huntresses have no rerolls remaining, so you can take that into account and just put a few tackle zones in their way and hope that die roll fails. C says, keep drawing, that'll help. Prank BB, welcome to the stream. Prank BB says, uphill scattered to the crowd. Easy peasy. He can, yeah, so column formation, if you're unfamiliar, is, so you put a player here and a player here, and then a player here and a player here, and then maybe a player here and a player here. What this does, if we map out these tackle zones end up like this, right? You've got a solid wall between the ball carrier and the end zone. If you take out one of these players, you still have a wall, right? These tackle zones are still here. And so that prevents a blitz from opening up a lane to the end zone. BB says, I used to play Pro Evolution Soccer, and that literally made it as an RPG. You start with the same 30 bad players, and you would have to coach them up. They even got debuffs and buffs depending on morale. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. One of these days, like Madden 2028 or Madden 28, Kefka is going to be on the one of the Super Bowl teams. Rush blitz, 2-die blitz on the number 10 Journey. I'm sorry, on BB Nut. Got the pow on BB Nut's 7+ breaks armor. You can't break BB Nut's armor. You just can't do it. That's a mark on the ball carrier with Muhammad Ali, who is a tackle player. That negates the dodge skill. Final turn of the half for the Huntresses. There'll be one more turn for the Skaven team as well. Can they get into the end zone here? 2-die block. Oh, no! They cannot! Both down result on both dice, and they will not get into the end zone. The Skaven team has done it. They've stopped the score. They have nobody in scoring position, but they've done their job on defense. Very well done. Came in for the 2-die block with no rerolls remaining. Rolled 2 both down results, and that was a null turn. Two-die on the thrower. It's going to be a push. Oh, I thought he would have tried to sneak in here for the surf. The push would have been fine on the surf. Oh, it fills the gap. So not going to surf the thrower, it looks like. So on that first block, on the push, could have pushed the thrower here to the sideline, and not followed up, maybe just gone here, and then another player could have come in for the serve. It's gonna surf the number 3 Piranha Warrior. Got a KO out of it. We'll see if that sticks. He says, BB9 is like that kid in Sixth Sense, but instead of dead people, it surfs. Two-die block against Get Bent. Double pals here, looking for the 8+. There it is. Only got a stun out of it, so it's not going to matter. And that will be the end of the half. 0-0 the score. In my opinion, the GOAT will be on offense. And this is a scary spot for this Amazon team to be in. Did nobody get back any KOs? So the 2 KOs are going to stay out here for the second half. Boy, oh boy. A tough spot here for the Huntresses as they're going to set up with just 7. 2-man player advantage for, in my opinion, the GOAT. 2-man player advantage with the agility advantage and the speed advantage. Mr. Rocker Crocker says, why was Hal not told this was a 7s match? So now Electric's man probably will need to be careful on these blocks. Still doesn't want to give away too many blocks here, but can start trying to remove these players. And in doing so, might be able to stall this out till turn 16 and win this game 1-0. They have a number of options here. They could try to block down the line and just hold down the fort. They could retreat off the line, have the Amazons engage downfield. That's another option they have. Or they could just try to run the ball, but I think that's their least likely option here, or least advantageous option. Here's the kickoff. 2 gutter runners back to receive. So with the Skaven team here, you'll often hear me talk about how you can get away with just 1 if your opponent doesn't, 1 player back to receive if your opponent doesn't have a kicker. With a gutter runner team, you can do that. It doesn't matter. No prayers to Nuffle as it's a draw on the Cheering's fan kickoff event. It doesn't matter too much because they're so fast. You can pull 1 back, you can keep 1 forward. Doesn't matter a whole lot. 2 back to receive. Ball kicked to the 12-yard line just outside the right wide zone. Being on offense, they're going to get the first the first blitz here of the half. That'll be with Mike Tyson, probably against a more likely target. So I imagine it's going to be against Fiendish. But then it has to be careful that Mike Tyson doesn't get too far downfield that he's exposed. He's so very important to this Skaven team. Oh, not Mike Tyson. Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali could go after physics. I got there. Could also go against a lineman here. That dodge skill is negated here with the tackle skill, making it a little more likely to knock them down. But you can avoid the block skill entirely by going after not one of these players on the line. Still going to go after somebody on the line here, and yeah, it's going to be a push. Were that against physics, that would have been a knockdown and 7+ to break armor. Two-die block with the number 11 journeyman here, the center on the offense. Don't know if he's going to take that first, though. Probably going to cover the ball. Going to pick up the ball first. Fair enough. Pippy recovers the ball on the 2+. Oh, good call. Good call. The Jaguar Warriors are strict the 4. So is going to cage this ball up toward the line of scrimmage here. This is what I suggested would be their weakest option. Maybe not. Another armor break on the line. That's another removed player. Well done. Those block players now key on this defense, and one is out, 2 remaining. Another POW against Hargrim. Again, 8+ is going to break armor. The journeyman on the block, the left defensive tackle. Doesn't get anything out of it. That is the end of the blocks here on turn 9. Turn 9 back to the Huntresses. That's right, just roll 6s. That's all you got to do. Why is that so hard? Two-die blitz against Mike Tyson. Breaks armor. Breaks armor on the right side. Another removed block player. Very well done. Gets rid of the blitzer. If the apothecary is spent, Mike Tyson will stay on the pitch. He might... Oh, what a tough call. He might spend the oppo here. Nope. Gonna get rid of Mike Tyson. And now 8v6 on the pitch in favor of the Skaven team. When you have such a significant player advantage like this, you don't want to give it up. You don't want to score. You don't want to be forced to score too early. You certainly don't want to elect to score too early here and allow your opponent to get back those KOs. Problem is, half your team are gutter runners that are strength 2. Easy to dodge away by these gutters, though, and they have lots and lots and lots of speed. Edge to MA9. Turn 10 for, in my opinion, the GOAT. 3 rerolls for each team remaining here. Sofiana cheering for the defense. Amazon defense with just 6 players remaining on the pitch, which I think is enough for Blitzbowl. I can't remember how many players are on the... It's not really a pitch. I guess it's like an arena in Blitzbowl. I think it's 6. Might be trying to blitz with Muhammad Ali, and Muhammad Ali will come back to fill in the cage, and then have the gutter runners protecting Muhammad Ali. I don't know, man. I think that's what I would do. The gutter runners are important, but I think with the way this game is developed, Muhammad Ali is the most important player on the pitch right now. Mr. Rocker Cracker says, I only have 6 dwarfs, so I hope it's 6. 2-die block gets Fiendish. This will work out. 8+ breaks armor. Won't follow up here. Still has plenty of movement left with Muhammad Ali. We'll see where Muhammad Ali ends up. So is going to fill in that cage there in the back right corner. And then shoots number 4 downfield. Wayne Gretzky down the left, wide zone. I don't know what Houndot's going to do about this gutter runner. The problem, again, gutter runners are so fast that number 4 isn't just a gambit. Number 4 is a real threat. It's a 2+ handoff, already in scoring position. Sends number 3 down to the right as well. So trying to thin out the defense here, having to cover both gutter runners. Tough decision here for Houndot. I think maybe they just blitz one of those gutters and stay in front of the cage. Mr. Rocker Cracker says, this is what I was thinking with the gutters, spread and send, so you force the Zons to spread out too. Yeah, whenever you threaten a pass, and when I say a pass, I include a handoff, even though it's not a pass, but whenever you threaten a pass, you force the defense to have to respond to that. And with a team that can do this so effectively on a 2+ handoff and a lot of speed, you just have to. Big time dodge on the ball carrier. Just trying to blitz the ball carrier instead of trying to blitz down one of the gutter runners. I think I would have gone after one of the gutter runners and just stayed in front of the cage. But it was a very, very difficult situation to be in. Now, turn 11 for, in my opinion, the GOAT. They have options here. I think they want to stall this out until turn 16, so they'll definitely block down BB Nut and then move this cage down somewhere down here. Let's see, I think his slowest is 7, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So maybe here at the opposing 14-yard line. 2-die block against Hargrim's going to be a knockdown here. 8+ breaks armor. Iron Cynic says you can ignore them because the Skaven don't want to score yet. Point taken, but if that means I ignore them and go after the cage, then Electric Man says, well, okay, you've left me no choice. I'm gonna go hand the ball off. And if nobody's covering these gutter runners, he gets at least one more turn out of that. Prank BB says that was a somewhat risky block. Yeah, that was very risky block. I would have thought Hargrim would have been the blitz, would have taken that. Oh, they're both gutter runner or journeyman. Would have taken that with Muhammad Ali then. BB Nut says, did I get KO'd? Not on the Amazon side. I don't think you did on the Skaven side either. Where are you? You're over in the right wide zone. 2-die blitz against Purple Rose. Got a pal. So this has worked out. 7+ breaks armor. Big armor break. Got a stun out of this. Well done. And rushes to fill in the corner of the cage. As in my opinion, the GOAT is running down the clock here. They put a journeyman on the back right corner. Michael Jordan almost certainly be on the back left corner. Repositions the number 11 journeyman to try to keep these Amazons off the cage. 2+ dodge by BB Nut in the right wide zone to get downfield. Still in handoff position. Turn 11 for the Huntresses. Rushing to mark the back of the cage. Huntresses with just 6 players left on the pitch. 1 is stunned. Are you kidding me? Oh, it's always the rush, man. It is always the rush. Turn 12 for, in my opinion, the GOAT. Oh, failed the rush. Aridus, welcome to the stream. Aridus is lowering the rush failure rate from 900% to a measly 99%. It's always the rush. And if it's a rush with the Telestrator of Doom, it's always a death. Oh no, why is the text still on the screen? Let's fix that. There we go. 2-die block against Get Bent will be a POW after the reroll. Got through the loner roll there with the... Why not take that with the Gutter Runner? I guess he wanted the 2-die. Moving this ball all the way down to the 24. So needs to have ample protection on this ball carrier, or you can bet Houndot's going to go in for the dodge and try to push Pips Pippi into the end zone to force the score. Bad Dog says, how many streams will coaches need to watch before they realize rushing in mammals is a death sentence? Unless you're a Norse lineman, then apparently it's totally fine. 13 seconds left on the bonus clock for, in my opinion, the GOAT. Overlaying tackle zones on the ball carrier with 2 seconds to go. That will be it for the bonus clock. This will be the final action of the turn. Bottom of the 12th coming up here for the Huntresses. And now Electrics Man will have to play out the fourth quarter with just 2 minutes a turn. Boot Polish says, I learned when my Blodge werewolf died. Ninja Gloppy, welcome to the stream. Happy New Blood! No, New Year. That's right. That's right. Happy New Year. Good to see you. And we've had our first death of the year. January 1st, we've got a death. It's beautiful. It's lovely. 3-die blitz on Michael Jordan. Spends the reroll hunting for the pals. Not going to get it. Just gets a push here. Huntress is down to 1 reroll for the game. BB Nut says, on the topic of weeks off, the funniest thing happened in the NFL. The Raiders and the Giants are the two worst teams to get the first pick of the draft. They played each other this week. In the build-up, the Raiders star player was interviewed about if he wanted to lose. He said, fuck no, I only play to win. Shockingly, later that day, they deactivated him and he was injured. Oh wow. So felt threatened here by the Huntresses, gets in the end zone, takes the lead 1-0. We'll see if the Huntresses get back their KOs. They do indeed. They really needed that. They're going to be up to oh, in my opinion, the GOAT gets back theirs as well. Cool. So I think they're at 10v7 if I count that right. It's 10v7 now on the pitch. 3-man player advantage for the Skaven defense. In my opinion, the GOAT gets on the board here late in the game. BBNet says Electric Man's going for a 2-0 victory. Maybe so. We'll see what happens here. Especially with all 4 gunner runners still on the pitch. I cannot emphasize enough how dangerous that is for the opposing team. One back to receive here for the Amazons. Purple Rose, the thrower. Here's the kick. Shallow kick here. On the ball. Gets under the ball here on the quick snap. Gets to move four players, but he'll move 3, 1 space here before trying to grab this ball on the kickoff on the 4+. Good catch. That's another good catch on a kickoff here for the Huntresses. Purple Rose in possession on their own 10-yard line. Just 7 players left on the field here. A mark taken against Mike Tyson in the left wide zone. Extra protection on Muhammad Ali over on the right by Foom the Journeyman. Here's the blitz in the left wide zone. 2-die blitz into double pals. Ain't no thing. 8+ breaks armor on the injured Mike Tyson. There it is. Gets a stun. The Huntresses are going to be praying for these dodges to work out. They do get a free reroll, as all of these players have the dodge skill. They're not marked by any tackle players on the line. The only tackle player in play here this evening is Muhammad Ali, the killer. So now this threat over on the right side here, I'm not sure I'd be too worried about. Gets a free reroll here on the failed 3+, works out. Gonna try this again with Hargrim. Works out again. Well done to protect the ball carrier. Turn 14 for, in my opinion, the GOAT. They've got to move players in position, stop the forward movement over in the left wide zone, apply some heavy pressure on the left side. They can stall out this score. If they are, in fact, going for another touchdown, they might send a player downfield. Or I guess we'd call that in the backfield. We'll keep that consistent since they're on defense. They might send a player into the backfield. So setting up a column to cover the left wide zone. Or left sideline, I should say. Still hasn't completely covered the left wide zone. Takes a mark on the front right corner of the cage. Get bent on the front right corner. Is he going to blitz that corner? Can he even get there? Double rush if he wants to take that blitz with Muhammad Ali. Actually, I don't... 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Rush, yeah. Sending Pips Pippi into the backfield as the scoring threat. Bless you. Did I sneeze on Mike? Did I do that? Because I know I sneezed. 5 seconds to go for, in my opinion, the GOAT. They still haven't spent their blitz. They take a mark. That's the end of the turn. Remember, they are out of time on the bonus clock. Now down to turn 14 for the Huntresses. So not everyone repositioning here for the Skaven team. Huntresses trying to move this ball back to center field. They've taken a mark against BB Nut. Here's the blitz with the block skill. 2-die blitz, got the POW. 8+ is going to break armor. No armor break. Why? Why? Because it's BB Nut. That's why. Looks to be moving the ball to the opposing 12-yard line. No, he can't get there. He's going to move it to the opposing 8. There it is. The ball at midfield on the opposing 8-yard line. 3+ dodge, no problem. The Huntresses get off the left wide zone and now have plenty of movement options with this cage. Turn 15 for, in my opinion, the GOAT. We said the Amazon team is the bashier of the two in this matchup. They're down a number of players at this point, but you still have to be mindful of the fact that they have lots of dodge. Yes, they don't have Edge 2, they have Edge 3, but they're still hanging on to a reroll. If they are marked by Muhammad Ali, they can get a reroll on a failed dodge. Otherwise, they get an automatic free reroll on a failed dodge. They can dodge away. I don't want to say safely, but comfortably. In my opinion, the GOAT down to 1 minute 15 seconds on the clock. No bonus time remaining. That's all the time they get here on turn 15. Looking to stop this score to win this game. 2 columns on the front of the cage here, but giving up either wide zone. They've got a mark on the left side of the cage. Heavy pressure here by the Skaven as they are giving up a number of marks on the cage, hoping to stop it through sheer attrition. Blitz on the table. Here we go. 2-die blitz. Got the pal and get bent. He's looking to follow up, I imagine. Yeah, he is going to follow up. Gets the armor break. Gets a stun out of it. That's a very good stun. He's not going to have to worry about get bent. Probably for the rest of the drive. Boy, oh boy. Had to spend the final reroll to keep this drive alive. Got the POW against the number 11 Journeyman. The thrower just out of scoring range right now. Knock down Muhammad Ali. No armor break here on the blitz. Ball carrier free. It's going to be a lateral movement downfield to avoid the dodge. .27 seconds to go here for the Huntresses. No, they're not going to avoid the dodge. They're going for the handoff. Good rush. Good handoff. Are they going to get on the board? They are. The Huntresses tie this ball game, but the Skaven team not out of it yet. Great handoff by the Huntresses to get on the board. They're down to 7 players on the pitch, and again, it'll be 7v10, a 3-man player advantage for the Skaven team with just 1 turn to score. They can absolutely do it. Did Electrics Man study his 1-turn touchdown formations? We'll find out. He says no, he did not. Turn 16. MA9 means with 2 rushes, that's 11. There are 13 spaces from the line of scrimmage in the end zone. That means a gutter runner would need 2 pushes off the line of scrimmage to be in scoring position. And remember, they have an edge of 2+ and they have the dodge skill. That is not gonna, that's not gonna be it for a 1 turn. So here's the kickoff. This game's gonna end in a draw unless we get a timeout. It's a high kick. Not gonna be able to get in the end zone here. This one's gonna end 1-1. Hard fought game by both of these coaches here in the new year. I think Houndot played well, understood that they were the bashier one in this matchup, but just really couldn't get Muhammad Ali out of this game. Muhammad Ali did a lot of damage, but so did the rest of the the Skaven team. It's just a number of removals against this Amazon team, and we're able to get a player advantage and hold on to that for most of the game. Two-die blitz against Hargrim gets a push out of this. Has a reroll. I would have just spent it. I would have spent the reroll and tried to pick up 2 SPP on Muhammad Ali. Two-die against Hargrim's not going to work out. Spend the reroll here. Gets a pal. Got through the loner roll again. I don't think Electric's Man has failed a loner roll yet. Got the armor break, but didn't get anything out of it. We'll set up for the 3-die here. Let's see, 3. Well, probably not with a journeyman. Oh, it would have to be with a journeyman. Well, he can still take it with the journeyman and hire the journeyman. 3, no. Can't get the 3-die on a strength 4. Three seconds left on the clock for, in my opinion, the GOAT. That is the end of the turn. They're trying to pass for some SPP. Trying to pick up another point of SPP on Pip's Pippi. Fails the pass, spends the final reroll, and it works out. Pip's Pippi will pick up an extra point of SPP. Wait, did it? Yeah, it did work out. All right. I was like, what? Did that just happen to drop into his hands? I think that wasn't a bad blitz at all, but failed the dodge. And that'll be the end of the game. 1-1, the final in this one to kick off the new year. Well played by both coaches. That was a lot of fun. Fun for me anyway, with all the casualties. But well played. That was a lot of fun to watch. And with that, that will be how Division B shapes up at the end of Week 7 at the top of the leaderboard. None other than the Believe Broncos, coached by BB Nutt with that record of 5-1-1 as we go into the final two. Thank you, C-Sky. We'll remember. Thank you very much. And I say that not to say that, of course I will remember, but instead, thank you for reminding me. With 2 weeks to go in regulation here, remember the top 2 teams of each of the 3 divisions will make the cut, and then the best 2 ranking teams besides that will make the cut. So let's go over the standings real quick before we leave for the evening so we can see what that looks like here at the end of week 7. So in Division A, if regulation were to end right now, Odin and Snuffle and the Gutterballs will advance to the quarterfinals. It is a seeded quarterfinals. That means the number 1 seed will face off against the number 8 seed, the number 4 seed face off against the number 5 seed, number 2 versus number 7, and number 3 versus number 6. Chime's game is not reported. Do I not have it in the database? Let's see. Chime's game is here. Why is he only at 6? What is happening right now? Oh, you know what it is? You know what it is? I know what it is. The database is missing his week 5 match. Let me fix that real quick so we can actually look at the standings. Give me a minute here to fix that. Yeah, that week 5 was him versus Malik. That's the one that's missing. So let's see. So that is Chime 1-0. Let's put that in the database. Hey, look at that. All right. So again, in Division A, Odin and Snuffle and the Gutterballs will advance to the quarterfinals if this were the end of regulation. Again, there are 2 weeks left in regulation. Clyphus and El Dorado coaching those 2 teams. The NC Snakes currently in 3rd. They have 14 points. In Division B, it would be the Believe Broncos, coached by BB Nutt, and Technobabble Inc., coached by myself, that would advance to the quarterfinals. The Goodest Boys Strike Back have 12 points. So if we look back in Division A, the 3rd and the 4th place teams have 14 points. Those are the 2, we'll call those the wild card teams. Those are the 2 wild card teams. They currently are making the cut for those that 7th and 8th spot. So the Goodest Boys would be eliminated provided this was the end of the competition. Or at least the end of regulation. Then over in Division C, Philosopher's Song, coached by Spire, and the Discomancers, coached by Ian, would take the final 2 spots. We see MAML Nightmare has 14 points. That's a tie with the others. So it goes to TD differential. After that, a TD diff of 6 plus 8 and 6. So the NC Snakes would make the cut. Conspicuous Disunion would be tied for 14 points with 6 plus. They have 10 TDs 4, so they've scored 10 touchdowns. That's the next tiebreaker. And Mammal Nightmare has scored 12, so Mammal Nightmare would take that final slot. So that's how this would shape up. This is how this is going to shape up, or how it's going to be determined at the end of week 9. So those top 2 spots, absolutely critical to guarantee you're making the cut. Otherwise, you're duking it out with not just everyone else in your division, but everyone else in the whole competition to fill those final 2 spots. All right, that's going to do it for week 7 here in the Dungeon Bowl. Week 8 will begin tomorrow, and coaches will begin scheduling their games at that time. And when they do, you will be able to get to check out and get alerted to that schedule on our website at maml.club. That's MAML.CLUB, here on Twitch or on our social media pages on Blue Sky, X, and Facebook. You can also watch previous games on our YouTube channel, and if you'd like to hang out in Discord, you can come to our Discord channel. There's a link right there in chat. You can hang out in our Discord channel. You can sign up for our next competition. We have dedicated channels for standings and schedule that are always up to date. The schedule is in your local time zone, so you don't have to do any weird math to figure out when the next game is. And we'd love to see you. We'd love you to hang out and maybe even participate if you're feeling it in our next competition. I love this game. I hope you play Blood Bowl this year. I hope you play a ton of Blood Bowl. Looking forward to more Blood Bowl, finishing out this season, starting season 6, BB 2025 in Blood Bowl 3. Lots of new things to consider, a brand new game basically to play. It's going to be a lot of fun. You can play Blood Bowl via Blood Bowl 3 on Steam, the Epic Game Store, PlayStation, and Xbox. You can even play it in tabletop form at your friendly local game store. Until week 8, which is tomorrow, take care, everybody. Thanks for hanging out at the beginning of the year. Happy New Year to all of you. I hope you have a great 2026. Make it a great one. And why don't you enjoy the rest of your night? And Happy New Year. Have a great year. I hope you get everything you want. We'll see you back here for week 8. Take care.